Tom Colley for Three Ropes Boxing, back in the Matchroom gym and back with middleweight contender George Liddard. George, how's things, mate? A couple of fights since we last spoke, still winning?
Yeah, no, still winning, still going strong. Good to hear you say contender. Maybe we're getting into that status now, challenging for titles soon, so yeah, excited for us to come.
Yeah, talking to yourself and Tony off camera there, talking about potentially British titles next year. It's exciting times for you.
100%. I feel like I'm a couple of fights away from there now. A couple more big wins, a couple of 10-rounders. I feel I'm ready. I want to try win it by 23, so I've got till the end of May next year. And if I can do that, I'll be very happy.
Mate, brilliant performance out last time out. TKO win. Knockout win, I think, wasn't it? Straight KO.
No, I think he got up. I think the ref jumped in.
He did get up. It was a devastating performance anyway, George. Is that something you've been working on in the gym, working on punch power, or does that just come naturally?
I think it's just coming naturally. I'm only 22. I was 22 this year, so I'm still young. And I think fight on fight, camp on camp, it's developing, and I am, maturing as a man. So that power is just coming stronger and stronger. And I feel like the more I'm not looking for it now, the more it's coming. I set the shot perfect, and I think that's more what we've been working on. Less so than the power side of things, just setting the shots up better. And just relaxing in there, taking my time, enjoying them, and boxing better, because sometimes I was so, I was looking for the knockout a bit and kind of smothered my work a bit at times, and rush things. So now slowing things down, I can still speed up if I have to, but setting up the shots better, moving a bit better, and you're going to see the knockouts coming now for sure.
When can we next expect to see you out, George?
We're hoping December. We're looking end of the year, hopefully for a title, yet to be confirmed, but I'm looking forward to stepping up to the 10-rounders now. I think, the jump from the 6 to the 8s suited me more than anything. So, another couple rounds, 10 rounds, I think it suit me perfect. And I'll hopefully challenge for a title. So, I look forward to it.
When you're looking forward and you're looking at these British titles and the guys that are holding those belts at the moment, do you study those fighters? Do you plan to fight them in advance? We hear, like, when you get like a Tyson Fury or an Usyk and they say they've been studying to fight you for 10 years. Do you watch the guys that are above you and expect to fight them?
Whenever I see a middleweight fight, super middleweight fight, I always tune in anyway, It's always exciting to watch. So, yeah, I've definitely watched those fighters that, have those titles that are above me now. So, when the fights get made, I'm sure there'll be a lot more studying going on. As of right now, my fight so far, I haven't been able to study much my opponents, not too much on video. And, but going forward, there will definitely be those little percentages gaining from studying those opponents. So, I leave that down to Tony as well, my team, just to, Tony's so knowledgeable in boxing. He spots things maybe that I wouldn't. So, we work on them things in camp, and the last fight worked to a T. And I'm sure going forward now, I'll have seen some of these lads fight. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for these good fights. I'm made for those nights. I'm made for the pressure, and I look forward to it so much.
You already fought on a card in Vegas, didn't you? And that was, again, another win. And did you enjoy that, being under the Vegas lights? And is that sort of what you got your eyes set on now in terms of going forward? You've got these massive Wembley cards that are going on, Joshua and DeBar. They're the kind of shows you want to be on. And I guess if you get that shot at the British title, could be on an undercard of a massive show.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like, as I'm maturing, I'm made for these big nights, and I'm here to put on a show. I'm excited. I'm not just a knockout puncher. I can really box too, and I think I do have that power. I could end the fight with a shot, So I think that keeps the fans excited, keeps the people excited, keeps people tuning in. And yeah, I'm just excited. These fights where it's, you're going into it and it's 50-50, they're the ones that really get me going. They get me fired up, and you're going to see a better and better George every time. I'm just, like I said, I'm only maturing, getting better every camp. Learning a lot under Tony, under John. I'm learning so much. So yeah, like I say, the future's looking bright, and I think some big card would be nice. If we can get a British title shot next year, got to get through these tests first. Obviously, I'm not writing anyone off. It's going to be tough fights along the way, but to get that on a big card would be the cherry on top.
You mentioned that you're still only 22. Do you feel like you're now coming into your prime? Do you feel yourself getting stronger and feeling the power more?
Yeah, 100%. Not just physically, even mentally. I think that's such a big part of boxing that no one talks about. I feel like, the Mike Tysons, they spoke about that a lot, but it really is a big part of the game mentally. And I think as I'm getting older, I'm only maturing more and more mentally. The confidence is getting, higher and higher every fight. And, I think people mistake it. There's a fine line between confidence and cockiness and arrogance. I feel like I'm quietly confident, I don't do talking unless I have to. I speak facts, that's it. I don't go out here, I'm the best fighter, I'm this. I do believe I can get there, but I have to prove that first. And like I say, fight on fight, getting closer and closer, more and more confident, and mature, like I say, maturing physically and mentally, and you know, it's going to be more and more dangerous every time.
Your stablemate Conor Benn was out in Saudi Arabia. We saw what happened with himself and Chris EUBANK Jr. and that fight's obviously been talked about for some time, and everyone wants to see it. Did you see that, what unfolded, and are you expecting that fight to happen next?
I mean, it was bound to happen, wasn't it? You know, put them in the same place, it's going to happen. You know, there's a lot of rivalry there. Conor's obviously very fiery. I'm excited for that fight. I really want to see it made, and if I could get on the undercard, I'd say that'd be bang on. But yeah, it's a great fight. I feel like it needs to be made, just, you know, for the history, the rivalry there, you know, the name. Yeah, that fight has to happen, I feel like. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully seeing it made.
Like you say, the history between the dads, no one needs to that doesn't need to be said. Everyone knows about that. It's not, as far as I know, it's never really been seen before, where you've got two sons that come up at the same weight and are both at world level, and then to go in there and then sort of relive it through the sons, if you like. You're in the gym with Conor every day. How much does it mean to him to go in there and beat Chris EUBANK Jr.?
100%, I think it means everything. I think he wants to, you know, really put on a statement performance, and I think he will. You know, I think he'll look very strong. And I think he will put on a statement performance, but I think it means a lot to him, a hell of a lot to him. And I know he's going to go in there more prepared than he's ever been. And you know, Conor works hard anyway. He works hard for every fight, but there's a bit more of a fire in his belly, even more. You know, for this fight, that, like you say, the rivalry, the name. It means. I'm sure it means everything to both of them, though. You know, so I expect a fiery fight and fireworks from the first bell.
Just finally, George, the big rematch in December, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. I'm sure you saw the first one, fantastic fight. How do you see it unfolding? Can Fury change the script this time?
I never like to be a better man on the heavyweight division. It's always difficult, you know. It genuinely is. One punch can really change a fight in the heavyweight division. You know, Usyk's such an incredible fighter, so it's hard to ever write him off. He is really incredible, but I think Tyson Fury may go in there. Better game plan this time, potentially. You know, there was a lot of controversy last time about having quite a few people in the corner and a lot of advice getting thrown at him. I feel like this time, hopefully he goes into it with, you know, a little bit less of that kind of stuff going on. And I just think ability-wise, he really does have the ability to go in there and beat Usyk. He's talented, and I think the game plan could be different this time. I think he may attack the body a bit more. You know, we've seen weaknesses in Usyk's body, but again, just can't write Usyk off. But I'd like to see Tyson Fury do it, you know, for British boxing. I think it'd be massive, and then it could set up a big fight domestically with, you know, the likes of Dubois or something like that. So for British boxing, I'd love to see Fury win, and hopefully he does.
George, before we finish it off here, is there anything you'd like to add?
Just a thank you to everyone, you know, my sponsors that have supported me. You know, I appreciate you all. My supporters, you know, travel up and down the country to support me, even worldwide nowadays, over to Vegas. Hopefully maybe get the chance to Saudi or something. I'm sure they'll follow me over there too. So yeah, you know, thank you to all of yous, you know, my family, my partner, everyone, you know, that gets behind me, that supports me through not just the good times but the tough times in camp too. So, you know, I appreciate you all, and I look forward to putting on a show for you again and winning some titles.
George, I appreciate you speaking through the ropes.